Imagine stepping into a vast, echoing cathedral where light pours through towering stained glass windows, casting shimmering hues of red, blue, and gold across the stone walls. It feels almost like stepping into another world, a world where light doesn't just illuminate, but inspires awe. This is the essence of Gothic architecture, a pursuit of the divine through light. Born in the 12th century and flourishing in Europe until the 16th century, Gothic cathedrals were more than just buildings. They were spiritual gateways designed to lift the soul heavenward. Light was not merely a practical necessity, it was a theological statement, a physical representation of God's presence. To understand why light held such importance in Gothic architecture, we need to explore its theological roots. During the Middle Ages, Christian scholars like Abbot Suger of Saint Denis believed that light was a manifestation of God's glory. Suger's ideas were influenced by the writings of Pseudo-Dionysius, a 5th century mystic who described God as the father of lights, and light itself as a pure, divine essence. For these thinkers, the more a space could be filled with light, the closer it came to reflecting God's perfection. This belief shaped the design of Gothic cathedrals, leading to innovations that allowed for expansive windows and soaring ceilings. Features like pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses were not just engineering feats. They were deliberate choices to open up walls and make room for breathtaking stained glass windows. These windows became vibrant canvases depicting biblical stories, saints, and scenes of heaven. Unlike earlier Romanesque churches with their heavy walls and small windows, Gothic cathedrals invited light to dance and shimmer, creating a sense of divine presence. One of the most stunning examples of this design is the Chartres Cathedral in France. When sunlight filters through its legendary blue-tinted glass, the entire interior is bathed in a celestial glow. The light transforms the stone and glass into something ethereal, a reminder that the earthly and the divine can meet within these sacred spaces. Medieval worshippers, many of whom were illiterate, would experience the stories of their faith through the colors and imagery of these windows. The radiance was meant to uplift them, to transport them beyond the mundane hardships of daily life and into a realm of divine beauty and hope. The cathedral itself became a kind of sermon in stone and light, communicating God's majesty in a way that transcended words. It wasn't just the stained glass that conveyed this message. The architecture was carefully orchestrated to direct the flow of light. Windows in the eastern end of the church, where the sun rises, often depicted themes of resurrection and new life. The changing quality of light throughout the day mirrored the passage of time and the journey of the soul. Walking through a Gothic cathedral was like walking through a living symbol of faith, where every shaft of light carried meaning. Moreover, the sheer scale of these cathedrals reinforced the experience. Structures like the Notre-Dame de Paris or the Cologne Cathedral seem to defy gravity, their spires reaching for the sky. The verticality draws the eyes and the spirit upward. The sense of height, combined with the play of light, creates a feeling of infinite space. The architects wanted to inspire humility and awe, reminding visitors of their smallness before God and the vastness of the divine. But Gothic light wasn't just about creating an emotional or spiritual effect. It also reflected a broader cultural belief that beauty itself was a path to understanding God. Abbot Suger famously wrote, "The dull mind rises to truth through material things." In other words, by experiencing the beauty of a well-lit cathedral, worshippers could glimpse the eternal beauty of God. The physical brilliance of the light was a stepping stone to spiritual enlightenment. Interestingly, this idea continues to resonate even today. When modern visitors step into a Gothic cathedral, they often feel a sense of wonder and serenity, regardless of their religious beliefs. There is something universal about the experience of light streaming through stained glass, something that speaks to a deep human need for beauty, meaning, and connection to something greater. The legacy of Gothic architecture reminds us that light is more than just a tool to banish darkness. It can elevate our spirits, inspire our imaginations, and bridge the gap between the earthly and the divine. These cathedrals, with their luminous interiors, still stand as testaments to humanity's desire to reach for the heavens. They invite us to look up, to marvel, and perhaps to believe that there is more to this world than what meets the eye. So next time you see sunlight filtering through a window, remember, you're not just witnessing a play of light and color. You're experiencing a centuries-old vision of the divine, captured in stone and glass, whispering that beauty and light are pathways to the sublime.